anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective oracle and affirmations for today. Today is, why did I want to say Friday? Today is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. It all might resonate. It's affirmations. We're going to use the Spiritual Meaning of Birds Oracle deck, Erin Murphy Hiscock. I think she has another deck coming out. I think I have it on order from Amazon. I think. All right. Let's see what falls out here. Let's pull a few cards. But just a few. Oh, look at that. All the blue. Blue has a lot of meaning in my life. I'm just going to say that. And I do love the color blue. When I was a kid, it was my favorite color. My brother's was red and mine was blue. Make it make sense. You would think a girl would like red and a boy would like blue. That was not the case. And then as we got older and my brother's favorite color was still red, I used to joke around with him that it was because he was a red rummer. I think it was like 10 when I told him that. Oh, man. Abuse runs deep in families. Oh, is that not abuse? Is that teasing? What is that? Bullying? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He really did like the color of red for the longest time. I think I told you guys, if you like, follow, subscribe, he used to have this cowboy hat, this red cowboy hat. He loved that hat. He probably still has that hat. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. Last shuffle. These cards, for some reason, came in crooked. I think it makes them harder for them to shuffle. I don't know. We got 4 with bottom of the deck. We've got magpie, hoarding, distraction, balance. That's an odd little combo. Hoarding, distraction, balance. Bluebird, happiness, peace, and hope. I used to have the cutest purse. I bought it when I was younger from, I want to say Delia's, when they used to have Delia's shops. Delia's was like a clothing thing. I don't know if they're still out there or not. But pretty sure I bought that purse from there. It was like little bluebirds on there. It said Bluebird. I used to buy all my bedding from Delia's. They used to have really cool sheets and comforter sets. I would save up my pennies, man, because that stuff was expensive back then. We got Blue Jay, family, loyalty, communication. I mean, you're talking my late teens, early 20s. Bottom of the deck, woodpecker, determination, commitment, stubbornness. Pardon me. Okay. The blue jay, family, loyalty, communication. The woodpecker, determination, commitment, stubbornness. Somebody might, and I'm not picking up like abuse or anything like that, but somebody might feel like their family connections are like dwindling, or not dwindling, like few and far between. So just like, like if you have parents and you were really close to them most of your life, right? But like, let's say like the last 5 years, like you only go visit them at Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you only talk to them like once a month, once every 2 months. Whereas before, you would go visit them like once a month or once a week, and you would talk to them like every other day. Now it seems like, because it's something about communication with a family like slowly dying off, if that makes sense. But someone being determined to keep it alive. I will say this, like my grandparents, my dad's parents, retired when I was like 9 years old, and they moved to Arizona, and we would see them like every other year. They would pay for us to go on vacation. So either we would go to Arizona or the whole family would meet somewhere else, right? As they got older and older and older, communication became less and less. And you could say, like, oh, Kim, you're crazy, blah, blah, blah. But as you get older, you start to slow down. And when you get older, some of that stuff, yeah, it could be forgetfulness, um, memory stuff. But I think it's just also like older people living in the knowledge that their kids, their grandkids, their great grandkids, like they are who they are. They are where they are in life. They're set up how they're set up. They're going to live how they're going to live. Me calling them, pardon me, that was allergies. Pardon me. I tried to cover the mic, but I don't think that worked so well. And I coughed through my mouth, so now my throat is scratchy. Part of that is just recognizing, like, you calling, grandparents calling, great grandparents calling every other day isn't going to change your job situation, isn't going to change your marriage, isn't going to change how your kids behave, isn't going to change this, that, and the other, right? So as people get older, they just get more comfortable in the knowledge that things are the way they are, and you're going to be fine, and I'm going to sit over here and rest because I already worked my ass off for 60 years, and now I deserve a retirement. Now I deserve some peace and quiet. You can call me crazy for saying that. I think that's a big part of, like, when families fall out of touch. I also think, people live their own lives, like people do their own things and have their own interests. So siblings, um, cousins, things like that. Like, you may not be as friendly as you once were. You may not be joined at the hip. People spread out and move and are not necessarily in one place all the time for contact. I'm gonna leave it there. You all know. You all know. All right. I hope it resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. Um, just letting you know, if you like, follow, subscribe. If you're interested, I will probably be doing a Witchy Wednesday reading within the next couple hours or so, and I'll post it to YouTube. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.